Welcome to LVT-SHOWBIZ channel. Full stop. Today LVT-SHOWBIZ channel we bring you the following hot information. Zeng Shunxi got soaked to protect Bai Lu. A love story under the microscope. 1. A splash of water, the viral moment that launched a real-life romance drama. It was meant to be nothing more than a fun segment in a variety show. The cast was playing a water-splashing game, and chaos erupted. But amidst the laughter and wet clothes, one moment stood out and took the internet by storm. Zeng Shunxi, soaked to the bone, instinctively reached out to gently brush the wet hair off Bai Lu's forehead. As freezing water poured over his head, he instinctively shut his eyes. Water clung to his lashes, but his hands didn't go to his own face. Instead, they moved toward Bai Lu, carefully moving strands of wet hair from her eyes. That small, unconscious gesture became a viral explosion on live-stream chats and fan forums. "Is this how you comfort a 3-year-old? He touched her face 10 times already," viewers screamed in the comments. The moment, amplified by the romantic imagination of netizens, was no longer a game. It was the first scene of a modern romance drama unfolding in real life. In a world where idols maintain safe distances and polished images, this single gesture defied convention. It wasn't a rehearsed act, it was pure instinct, and it changed the way audiences looked at them forever. 2. From artificial sweetness to midnight deliveries, a love that can't stay hidden. Back when Story of Cunning Palace aired, their chemistry was ridiculed by some as industrial sugar, sweet, over the top, and fake. But now, with just a splash of water and one protective gesture, people are re-evaluating everything they thought they knew. Photos leaked by Reuters later revealed that Zeng Shunxi had personally driven a dessert van across the city for 5 hours just to deliver midnight treats to Bai Lu on set. She was filming late at night in the cold air of Hengdian, and when she finally wrapped up, he was waiting there, not with a camera crew or a press release, but with a small box of pastries and a warm smile. In fan forums, people unearthed even more. "Look at how his hands around her waist during that game. Did you see how she leaned into his ear during rehearsal?" The evidence piled up, not through interviews or red carpets, but through candid, fleeting moments backstage. This wasn't PR. This felt real. In an industry where everything seems manufactured, these private actions, captured by chance, speak volumes. Perhaps not about a public romance, but certainly about a deep and quiet affection. 3. CP fans versus skeptics. Since when did love require a license? Every move Bai Lu and Zeng Shunxi make together sets off a civil war in their fandom. On one side, CP fans waving imaginary marriage certificates and screaming, "The Civil Affairs Bureau is moving in." On the other, rational skeptics demanding professionalism and boundaries. But the debate goes beyond just whether they're dating. It has escalated into a toxic commentary on personal worth, especially for Bai Lu. Comments like "her mouth's too wide for an A-list star" or "she's too obsessed with love" are blatantly sexist, and yet they're thrown around carelessly. What's even more frustrating is the double standard at play. When Zeng Shunxi initiates affection, he's called sweet and thoughtful. When Bai Lu smiles back or engages warmly, she's accused of being desperate or riding his fame. Why does love, when it involves a woman, need to be justified by perfection? Instead of arguing whether their relationship is real or not, maybe we should ask why a woman still needs to be flawless in every way just to deserve love in the public's eyes. Why is she scrutinized more than him for the same behavior? 4. Real or rehearsed? Does it matter when there's genuine care? In an industry where even heartbreak can be scripted, it's hard to distinguish what's real and what's not. But some things can't be faked. Instinctive care, like shielding someone from cold water, isn't written in any script. They're little moments, like brushing away wet hair, covering someone's face, waiting in the cold, don't belong to any storyline. These are the cracks where real feelings leak through the performance, where reality interrupts the act. If it's just an act, then why is Zeng Shunxi always standing on her dominant side, ready to assist? Why does he adjust his body language depending on her mood, smiling wider when she laughs, growing still when she's serious? These aren't planned, they're practiced only by heart. And even if they're not romantically involved, why does it matter? Isn't it still heartwarming to see two people show genuine affection and support in an otherwise transactional world? Maybe it's not about whether they're dating, but about how they treat each other, with kindness, patience, and warmth. 5. Where does the truth lie? In their eyes, or in our projections? Social media has given fans the tools to zoom in, literally, on every micro-expression, every finger twitch. But it has also turned observation into judgment, and admiration into entitlement. Fans now use rulers to measure the ideal woman. Is her face small enough? Are her lips delicate like cherries? Is she dainty enough to be loved by someone like him? The microscope used to uncover affection also gets weaponized to police female worth. What fans forget is that people are allowed to be complicated. Bailu doesn't need to have porcelain features to deserve kindness. She doesn't need to be passive to be worthy of protection. And love, if it exists between them, shouldn't need the public's permission. We may never get a yes or no from either of them. But maybe that's okay. Because love isn't always defined by Instagram posts or couple photos, it's sometimes whispered in the smallest gestures, the kind we almost miss. 6. Bailu, not perfect, but more than worthy of love. Bailu has carved her path through the industry not by relying on gimmicks, but by investing in her craft. Her roles are diverse, her performance is sharp, her charisma magnetic. Still, she faces the same scrutiny many female stars endure, the belief that they must be flawless to be lovable. She doesn't fit the classic little fairy mold, and that's what makes her special. Her laughter is loud, her expressions bold, her presence undeniable. But because she doesn't shrink herself to fit expectations, she becomes an easy target for criticism. It's time we rethink what makes someone deserving of love. You don't need to be tiny, soft-spoken, or angelic to be loved. You just need to be human. And Bailu, in all her talent and authenticity, deserves to be treated with the same empathy and respect we give her male counterparts. 7. Final thoughts: if they love, let them love. If they don't, let them live. Maybe they're dating. Maybe they're not. But in the end, that's not what matters most. What does matter is how we, as viewers, choose to respect the people we admire. We don't need to dig through every gesture or zoom in on every touch to enjoy what they share on screen, or off. Being a public figure is hard enough. Being in love, or even just being vulnerable, is harder still. If Zeng Shunxi and Bailu are simply good friends, let that be enough. If they are in love, let that be theirs to cherish, not ours to dissect. So let's lower our microscopes, turn off the searchlights, and let them breathe. Sometimes, the best thing fans can do is cheer them on quietly, from a distance, as they continue to make us smile, together, or apart.